What are the differences between the fitness model look, the bodybuilding look, and the athletic look? Now, all three looks have their strengths and weaknesses. Now, I've done all three, and I'm gonna explain to you in clear detail exactly how I felt each and every time I did this transformation. Now, the fitness model look, I kept that look for 2 years because I was doing a lot of fitness modeling back then, but this is not a look that's very easily achievable to have year round. And if you are gonna have that look, despite eating a lot more calories than the body actually needs, as long as you have a very low body fat level, you will not feel your best. Your joints are not gonna feel your best. Mentally, you're not gonna feel your best. You're gonna be more prone to depression, anxiety, fatigue, brain fog, and a lot of other ailments that comes along with having a very low body fat. In fact, there's a saying that goes, the better you look in the outside, the worse you feel on the inside. And judging by the way I looked in the fitness model look, I felt the absolute worst. There were some days that it was a struggle to get on from the morning till nighttime. Like it was a very big struggle, but I did it because I was being paid for it. So after I got through with this, I decided to go more of a bodybuilding look. So then I decided to eat a little more calories. And I want to mention, by the way, the fitness model look, I ate between 2,000 and 2,500 calories. So I was not exactly severely under eating, and I was doing cardio as well. However, I increased my calories to 3,000 calories plus to obtain the bodybuilding look. And I would go as high as 4,000, but I rarely made it higher than 4,000 unless it was on a cheat day. Now the bodybuilding look has a lot of strengths. For once, you feel very strong, you feel full. A lot of guys are gonna compliment you in the gym. A lot of girls are gonna be scared of you because, you know, when you look like that, you are gonna get more compliments from men than women, for example. And nothing wrong with that, you know, because while they're looking at you and they want to achieve your goal. So they're going to look at you, they're going to compliment you. It's normal. I complimented a lot of bodybuilders as well that I was inspired when I was growing up. So nothing wrong with that. However, the eating is very annoying. I'm a person who has a small appetite, so I literally had to force myself each and every time. It was a struggle. Even if I was drinking shakes, I would feel full. And the problem with feeling full all the time is you do not feel your best because a lot of your energy is digesting the food. So mentally, you're not gonna feel as sharp. You're not gonna feel as energetic. You're not gonna feel as mobile. And it's a day of constant eating. And I didn't like that. I liked the way I felt, the way I looked, but I didn't like the eating part. Now, the endurance also suffered. You feel good lifting weights, but your endurance is not gonna be the best. For example, I remember I would go on long hikes. I like doing a lot of hiking up in the mountains. I like doing a lot of cycling. And having the bodybuilding look prevented me from giving it my all. So, I mean, I kept that look for a few years. I would go up and down, but I stayed around that body weight. And I wanna mention that look was around, I never really weighed myself, but my weight would fluctuate anywhere from 185 to 190. Occasionally I would go up to 195, but I look in the mirror instead of weighing myself. But I was definitely a good 20 pounds heavier than I was during my fitness model look. Now, as I got older, I'm actually 44 right now, and once I passed the age of 40, I didn't want to carry all that muscle because I wanted to do a lot of outdoor activities. I didn't want to spend my entire day eating. I didn't want to spend my whole day in the gym. And when I had the bodybuilding look, I would spend 4 or 5 days a week in the gym. Yes, I like the gym, so I spent 4 or 5 days. Some people spend 6 days, some people spend 3 days, but the point is, looking like the bodybuilder, the bodybuilding look, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that comes along with this. So it's getting there and maintaining it. It's two different things. Maintaining is actually harder than getting there sometimes, believe it or not, at least for me, not for everyone. Now, I decided to go more for an athletic look, to have a lot more mobility, to have more energy, to enjoy more activities outside, and also to not rely on food all the time. And that's when I went for the athletic look. And the athletic look is the look I felt my best. Now, the athletic look, the good thing about that look is all you need to do is hit the gym, hit the weights once a week. That's all you need to do. In fact, I could maintain the athletic look by doing 3 or 4 sets once a week at a pretty good intensity. I never go to failure. I go to moderate failure because I don't believe you should go to failure, because eventually your joints are gonna give in. And one of the reasons I was able to keep my joints very healthy until the age of 44 is because I never went too heavy and I got results. So you don't need to go to complete failure in order for you to get results. Now, the athletic look gives me a lot of energy, gives me decent strength in the gym, but it gives me a lot more mobility. And I could maintain that look with as little as 2,500 calories a day. And I go to the gym twice a week. I do full body workouts. I never really do any traditional splits because I don't need to. I do a lot of upper body exercises like push-ups, for example, pull-ups, mobility exercises, and I am gonna hit my legs, and the legs, I do lunges, and I do one form of squat, for example. So I don't go crazy with pretty much anything when it comes to the gym. However, I like doing more activities in the outside. Now, the way I trained from the fitness model look, the bodybuilding look, and the athletic look, believe it or not, it was all the exact same way. I've always done full body workouts, and occasionally I would do upper body and lower body, but the volume changed a lot. When I did the fitness modeling, the volume stayed between, well, the volume stayed very similar to the bodybuilding look, but the difference was I ate a lot more calories during the bodybuilding look. And I would say I would do anywhere from 8 to 10 sets per body part. And I would train my body, each body part 2 to 3 times a week. So higher volume. A lot of people are gonna be against it, but higher volume actually worked very good for me. I tried the lower volume at higher intensity. It didn't really work that well for me. Higher volume works best for me when it comes to building muscle. Now, in the athletic look, I just cut down my volume by a significant amount, more than 50%. I ate less, and when you do that, you are gonna lose muscle. I know a lot of people are gonna tell you you can actually gain muscle by doing less sets, but I'm just telling you what worked for me. I do not tell you to do what I did, because you gotta figure out what works for you. And for me to obtain the athletic look, that's what worked for me. So what I do right now, I train full body workouts twice a week, but even once a week, and I maintain that look, and that's how I plan on keeping it. Once in a while, I might do a small buck. Maybe I'm gonna do a small challenge and see how much muscle I'm gonna be able to gain. Sometimes I like having these small challenges, but nothing crazy. I don't wanna go and kill myself with challenges. I have nothing to prove anymore. So as you're getting older, you need to train smarter, not harder. You can do both, but make sure you train smarter at the same time. So I hope this video has a clear explanation. What's the difference between fitness modeling, bodybuilding, and athletic? At the end, try doing all three. Eventually, almost everyone who's into bodybuilding for a lot of years, they're gonna experiment with different physiques. But as you're getting older and older, you're gonna realize the less volume you have in the gym, the more training you do outside of the gym, you're gonna feel your best. But the conclusion is gonna be up to you. Till next time.